Come to work with me for a day as a news producer. My name is Justin Class, and I'm a producer at 16 WAPT News in Jackson, Mississippi. The 6 p.m. newscast is my show, so I walk in the door at 9:30 in the morning to get my day started. Once I sit down and get my computer set up, it's time for our morning meeting. At this meeting, everyone is throwing out story pitches and talking about the things going on today to figure out what we want our reporters to cover. Today we were a little short-handed, so we actually only had one reporter to assign to a story. We come out of that meeting with a lineup of all the stories we're covering that day, or at least the ones we know about so far. That's not just the one our reporter is covering, but some quick stories that our photographers will pick up and I need to write later on in the day. So now I start putting my show together. We use a program called AP-ENPS to build our rundown, so I start putting in the stories I know are going into my newscast first, like the one we're sending Scott out on. Since we're shorthanded, I'm also going to plan on doing some breakout elements, things related to his story that he doesn't have the time to cover but are still important. I'm also going to write a package of my own today to help fill some time. We have a whole bunch of new laws going into effect next week, so I'm writing up some of the most important and interesting ones in a story that I'll have one of my anchors voice when they get in. For most of the rest of the day, I'm writing up stories and adding new ones which come in throughout the day. New stories come in and replace old or less important ones. The rundown is constantly shifting every day. After I write stories, I also have to make the graphics, putting together lower thirds, full screens, and whatever I want to put in the monitors behind my anchors. And soon enough, it is showtime. About 10 minutes before we go on air, I head back into the booth to call up my live shots and make sure my reporters in the field are ready. Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mic check, please. Once the show gets started, most of my work is already done, but I still have to coordinate with my reporters to try to eliminate the on-air delay when the anchor's tossed to them.
16 WAPT Scott Simmons joining us live tonight, Scott.
Cute. And I'm timing the show. We have one set time when we have to be off the air, whether we're ready or not. So as a producer, it's my job to make sure we fill our time and not a second more. Sometimes that means stories I've worked on have to be dropped and don't see the light of day. And sometimes it means I may need my anchors or meteorologists to eat up a little spare time for me. Good show. Thanks, everybody. And that's it. After my show's off the air, I'm headed home and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.